Welcome back. The friend of mine just closed his deli after many years of serving my community, our community here, and we're going to talk about fundamental internet marketing strategies that might have saved his business and hopefully help others to thrive. Welcome back, everybody. This is a Tech Talk with Dan Harley at episode number 137. Case study of a closed deli, recorded on December 6, 2018. Yeah, I was about ready to publish an entirely different topic for this episode. I heard it this morning here, and I heard a dear friend of mine close his restaurant. And I'm pretty devastated by it because a good friend of mine who worked very hard and diligently and for many years. And once again, I'm thinking about, what can I do to help my friend, stay in business or even thrive? So we're going to talk about that today. In case you don't new to my YouTube channel, podcast show, and all the good stuff here, I'm Dan Harley. Got over 20 years of internet marketing and internet solutions consulting experience. I've helped countless businesses succeed online with their websites, the internet marketing, SEO, social networking, email marketing, and a lot more stuff. This YouTube channel podcast show is to help me help more business owners answer to survive out there, answer questions, solve some problems, give some sound advice and direction to succeed online. If you can find links to the YouTube channel, the podcast show, the Facebook page, details about this and other episodes of Tech Talk at primeconcepts.net. That's primeconcepts.net. While there, please leave a comment, subscribe to the YouTube channel and podcast show, like the Facebook page. You know the drill. And thank you for doing that, and I greatly appreciate it. Anyway, the topic today is case study of a closed deli, and the story is, like I say, a friend of mine. He owns a restaurant, done it for a very long time, very good at it too. Critically acclaimed for many years. He's had many local accolades. With this restaurant, extremely popular. I eat there all the time. A lot of my friends eat there all the time, and what was really shocking to me, or shocked that he closed up. And we didn't realize it until today, actually. And he claims the business was off for months. So like I said, immediately I thought, what can I do to save my friend's business after the fact, unfortunately. But maybe I could share some of these ideas so that other people are facing the situation, might be able to avoid it. So anyway, so that is that's what I'm kind of looking at here. Now, like I say, I don't know all the issues that's going on with my friend's business. There's probably very likely a lot more going on that can be solved by just simply internet marketing, obviously. And I'll be upfront here. California's become very hard on small businesses. Lots of independent, there's in the news all the time, lots of independent restaurants all over California, especially in San Francisco. They're closing up because of just regulations, all kinds of stuff going on. So anyway, I'm going to share here what I could have done with some low cost and no cost internet marketing strategies, and hopefully somebody else to help somebody else. So anyway, one of the first things I do with all my clients is to go through what's called a discovery interview. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to interview my friend, but we're still able to analyze what's going on. The reason why I do with all my clients is every single business is different. Every single person is different. So we need to understand what's going on. So, and also more specifically in this situation, what has been done online, what seemed to have worked, what seemed to have failed. We want to kind of analyze that. Also, more important is the competitive research. Find out what the competition is doing and find an angle to beat them. That's the name of the game. So, anyway, I'm doing some analysis this morning about his online ventures here. A lot of stuff we could do without having to do an interview. We could do some research online. First thing I've seen there is his online business listing. We do a very thorough report on that, indicating where he's listed, when he's not listed. Now, a lot of people don't understand online business listings and the importance of that. Basically, here's two things you can think about if you haven't really thought the importance of this for your own business. It's basically a free listing in Google, Yahoo, and Bing. Okay, you get this for free, and also it's a means for all smartphones to find out where your business is at, and also as well as the online maps. So, and also it's also becoming where you're going to market to the younger generation. They're definitely not going to look at the phone book anymore for your business. They're going to go online. It's already happening. So anyway, a good thing I found with my friend's business is he did have a Google and Bing listing, which is a good thing. He also had 6 other listings was listed correctly. Unfortunately, there's 33 other listings that were either incorrect or no listings. So this could cause a problem with credibility with Google, Yahoo, and Bing, the majors. Reason being is even though you have a listing with Google or Bing or Yahoo, Google, especially Google, look at all these other listings for the credibility of that particular listing. For example, if a deli next door to my friend had, let's say, his Google listing, but the deli next door had all his ducks in line, he's listing all these other business listings, that deli would have a higher ranking than my friend's listing. So unfortunately, this is something he could have fixed, and he could have done it for free. He could have gone to each one of these business directories and corrected the listings himself. So now that said, there's also the physical location where he's at. Okay, he's actually happening to be in this food area. We're in the middle of several franchise food places, such as Papa John's and Subway and Starbucks, stuff like that. And those companies could obviously could draw customers away, okay, because they have they advertise nationwide and got a lot more money than my friend does to advertise and market a business. And so anyway, fortunately, there's technology used to benefit himself, to basically even the playing field, even beat them. Little thing called geofence marketing, which we just talked about last week, by the way. So let's talk about a little bit more about how geofence marketing could have helped my friend here. Could have, first of all, very quickly explain what geofence marketing is. Basically, you're able to market to specific locations like addresses or certain areas. Basically, essentially geographically fence an area. And when somebody's with their smartphone enters this area, we could start sending them push advertisement. Okay, either advertisements or actually text messages too. So anyway, this is something in the previous episode. We covered this more in detail. If you want more details, you can call me up, or we'll talk about it in another episode. Anyway, specifically for my friend's situation, he could have targeted all the neighbors, all the competing neighbors where they're at in their facility here. So whenever somebody walked into a competitor, he would be able to rotate an ad into the person's a patient's cell phone. So next time they go to his place, okay. So he can literally advertise right inside these locations. Now I know for a fact a lot of these major companies, they don't do that. They'll spend a lot of money on nationwide advertisement, TV, stuff like that, but they won't get into specific like geofence marketing. Okay. Also, he's able to target nearby big box stores. He's in this business area, so he could have targeted the Home Depot, the Stater Brothers, the Costco, the Winco, which is relatively close to where he's at, to get more eyes towards his business. That would probably be a big game changer, I would suspect, if he's able to do that. Also, they've got several numerous car dealerships close by too, which he could have targeted as well. And the courthouse. There's a courthouse over there, not too far from where he's at. And a lot of folks from the courthouse and the police department, stuff like that, come to eat there anyway. Which leads on to something else here we'll talk about too, is a good reason to do online ordering. Okay? So anyway, let's talk about that a little bit here too. I should probably get on a whole other episode on online ordering here. But here's a general bit, so I won't get into much of the details of the online ordering, but just the benefits and the drawbacks for my friend's business. Or anybody's business that has a restaurant or deli, whatever. A benefit of online ordering, okay? This basically for a restaurant or a deli or a food service type of business, okay? This opens an entire new stream of income. Okay, instead of it to worry about your over-the-counter stuff or your sit-down stuff, this opens entirely a new stream of income, which is relatively inexpensive, especially you consider opening a whole other location. Okay, so it is, it also make it very convenient for loyal customers. For example, with my friend here, he's got a lot of people that come from the courthouse and the police department, stuff like that. They have a limited amount of time to eat their lunch and go back to what they're doing. So with online ordering, they're able to place their orders, pick up their food, and then go back to the courthouse and have a little extra time to do what they need to do. So this can be a very, very convenient for his customers. They're going to come back to him. So this is a great benefit here. Now, one of the big drawbacks with online ordering, reason why a lot of companies, especially the small independent restaurants, don't do, is integrating with the point of sale system. Okay, I'm going to give you a quick story here. I went to the International Pizza Expo in Las Vegas, which, by the way, was one of the best expos I've ever been to in my entire life. Pizza and beers for as far as you can see. Anyway, I was there with a friend of mine who actually has an online ordering system. We are one of 6 other companies in the entire expo, which we were at the show. There were at least 2 dozen to 3 dozen point of sale system companies in the same expo. They all came to us, wanted us to integrate with their stuff. It was crazy. I didn't realize how big of a market that was, how competitive that market is. So, and the big problem is that all these point of sale systems work a little bit different. So it's difficult to get a website to plug in these things here. And the reason why you want the point of sale system, want all to work together. So when somebody orders, it goes to the same system, and you less headaches, less paperwork. You don't have to worry about having an entirely different system for online ordering. So anyway, it could be troublesome. It could be expensive because of that. Okay. However, less expensive than probably putting up all the restaurant. So anyway, aside from all that, if you're an independent restaurant, no matter, regardless of all this, you should really look at that planning for this. Okay, either upgrading point of sale system or online ordering system. Try to get something that works all together here, because the benefits by far outweigh the drawbacks and all this stuff here. Because you can, like I say, entirely new stream of income, which in turn might have been able to help my friend along too. Now, also other stuff I was seeing while we're doing this, the analysis here. I looked at his social media stuff, Facebook stuff, Instagram. He did a really, really good job with that. He, on a daily basis, he's post stuff on Facebook about his food and specials and stuff like that. And in turn, he goes in Instagram. So did a pretty good job with that. I would probably one little advice here is, I know he does this stuff manually. He may want to consider doing a paid campaign on Facebook or Instagram, because quite frankly, the way Facebook's set up right now, there's a lot of free stuff you can do, but you really want to penetrate an area, a market. You really got to pay for it. And it's not really that expensive, so that's one thing I probably would have recommended my friend to do. Last but not least, this should probably be a first thing, is email marketing campaign. Because this is the ultimate way to control the communication with his customers, his patrons. Start an email, a list of email stuff. You could have got it from the cash register or his website or whatever, and be able to promote coupons, especially through email, and actually just be able to get to easy, more convenient to touch his customers. So I don't recall him having that. So this is something, in fact, if it was, I would have been on the list. I would know he didn't have it. So this is something he probably should have done too. So anyway, overview. I think my friend did a pretty well with internet marketing efforts. He did better than most. Okay. However, there's still lots of room for improvement. And no matter how good you have your internet marketing strategies laid out, there's always room for improvement, of course, because technology changes, people changes, marketing changes. So I think a few things probably could have helped out. I think the geofencing would have been a big deal. I think a little bit more aggressive with paid advertisement on social media would have been a big deal. And also the local business listings. How do you fill all this stuff out? It would have given an edge. This is what a lot of 9 times out of 10, a lot of small businesses, they neglect to do. Even larger businesses, they neglect to deal with that. It's free advertisement. So even by just doing that, he might have given himself an edge over his competition, and maybe, just maybe, would have been able to stay open a little bit longer. Now, like I say, I should little disclaimer. I'm not sure all this could have made the difference anyway. I go back to, this is California. It's become very hostile to have a small business in the state. So and many other factors too. So that said, so anyway, I think we can do here. Let's go ahead and summarize all this stuff here. I think, if you, let's say, for you folks out there listening to this thing, I hope this is beneficial to you. If you, and I'm going to say here, if you're teetering on closing your business, and need some fresh ideas on how to drive more customers to Deli or restaurant, whatever, or your own business, decide for that. Give us a call. Give me a call, and let's see what we could do. I really hate to see another one of my friends close their business, or just a complete stranger. It sucks that these things happen. I'd like to. There's quite a few opportunities out there that can change things around. I've been successful helping people kind of turn that corner when they didn't think there was a corner there. So anyway, also if you want to know about other services that Prime Concept does my business here, such as SEO services, social networking, marketing, web development, all that good stuff, give us a call and schedule a free e-strategy planning consultation session. Something you do is call us 760-247-4814. And in the meantime, if you can go and visit primeconcepts.net, and check everything out over there. We're about ready to redo the website here, so excuse the dust, the sawdust that we got going on. It's still lots of great information. We just kind of reform everything around so it's a little bit easier to get to stuff. Tons of information. That's the problem we had. So anyway, we're going to bookmark the Facebook page when you get a chance. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, and also the podcast show. A lot of folks out there, I'm getting a surge in listeners out there. I appreciate you guys listening on, subscribing to it. So anyway, also share this stuff with your friends and colleagues to help them out too. And most importantly, leave some feedback. I base my episodes, my topics, on input for you folks here too. I've been very grateful for you folks chiming in on that. So anyway, that said, I want to thank you folks for listening and watching, and we'll tune in next time for Tech Talk with Dan Harley. And good luck and Godspeed your online success. We'll talk to you later.